Mr. Michael J. Fox.
Great. I was worried that I'd have to use that little thing, but I don't.
Are you sure? Would you rather have it?
No, no, no. My feet, they touch the ground. It's great.
Yeah. Well, how tall are you?
I'm about, I don't measure myself that much. I'm about 5'4" and a half, 5'5".
Yeah.
5'8".
Did it get you crazy growing up? Did you keep thinking one day?
Yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting to grow, but, you know, at 12, I could look Dad in the eye, and I figured this is going nowhere. I'm not growing. So, I kind of got used to it. But it's good because when you're small, my dad was in the Army, so we lived all over the country, all over Canada. And, you get into a new neighborhood, you got about maybe, you know, a year to get to know everybody, be friends, be enemies, and then leave to the next town. So being small got attention, and, you meet people.
Yeah, but now, how tall is your father, how tall is your mother?
Well, I can just not see the top of Dad's head, and I can see all of the top of Mom's head. So I'd say she's about 5'1", I don't know, sorry, Ma, I'm 5'1", and my dad's about 5'6", 5'7".
Yeah. Now, do you find that tall girls hit on you?
Well, now that I have a series,
yeah,
it doesn't seem to matter. All kinds of girls. It's great.
Is that really?
Listen, when I was in high school, I was so small, and I was quite a bit heavier. I was about 4'11" and a half. I was about 140 pounds. So I was like a little jelly bean, and I didn't have to worry much about fending off women or anything. So I just take whoever comes now. That's sweet.
Did you ever think this was going to happen to you, that you thinned down? I mean, when you were a little fatso-watso in Canada, you know. Did you ever think one day I couldn't say I'll grow up and be, because you stayed the same height, but I'll be one day a star and all the girls will come after me?
No, I just, when I decided I wanted to be an actor, I fell so much in love with that I didn't even think, you know, about how I looked, and I worked so much on my acting, and then sometimes I wouldn't get jobs, and I'd say, geez, why, you know, I was great, I gave the best reading I'm sure that those guys heard, and they said, you know, yeah, but you look like a snowball, you know, you can be very good, but if you look bad, then you won't get it. So, I didn't work for a while, and I just stopped eating because I couldn't buy any food, and then I got a job, and I said, I was no better on this audition than I was in the last one, but I was thinner. Yeah,
because you have to look well, you look so...
Really do.
You look very young. How old are you?
I'll be 23 next month.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, huh?
Yeah, hey. And you play, what, a 70-year-old on Family Guy?
70-year-old?
17-year-old.
Yeah, an 18-year-old.
18-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that ever cause you trouble now? Do you go into restaurants? Because you look like a baby.
Oh, yeah,
wonderful. No, it's great when you get older. You'll be thrilled.
Yeah. No, I like it now. I kind of just am the way I am, so I don't think about it. But, you know, I go into some bars, I staple my driver's license to my head, so I don't have to pull it out, you know. But, yeah, I don't worry about it too much.
What about being recognized as a teenager from the show? Does that ever cause you problems?
Not really, except that, you know, talking about meeting girls, you know, sometimes I'll meet some girls who are just wild about me and, you know, want to have a relationship and everything, but they're like 13, so... It's no good, so that's a problem. But other than
you'll never meet my daughter.
A friend of mine met your daughter in New Orleans and said she was very nice.
Yes, she is.
Great.
She's a good kid, my daughter. Thank God. And you'll never meet her.
And I'll never meet her.
Have you ever gone with anybody? Are you going with somebody now?
No, right. This is too great a position to be in. To, like, you know. No, I don't mean it that way. But, you know, I just don't want to, when the career's going and the show is going and all that stuff, and you don't really have a whole lot of time when you're doing a series. You just have to, you know, you work on that, and then you're exhausted when you get home, so you don't really have time for much.
You're 23 years old. You're not that exhausted. You're single, you're thin, and you got a shot at a lot of girls. I don't want to hear you're that exhausted.
I am. There's not a whole lot of time to really have any kind of heavy thing going on, so...
why do I think you two have anorexia? and secondly, where do you go to get it?
He's starved. He's starved. You had success too early. That's your fault.
Oh, yes, okay.
I'm not getting involved in this thing. I was watching this earlier.
What's the biggest thrill now that you become successful? First of all, did you suffer from... You talk about starving. How long did you try to be an actor before you really made any money?
Well, I came down here. I was working in Canada from the time that I was 15, and so I came down here on my 18th birthday. 1979. And I worked for a bit, and I got like a Lou Grant here and a family there and that kind of stuff. And so I did okay, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. And I was really thinking about going back to Canada and giving it up. And then my agent called me up and said, hey, the Family Ties audition went really well. They want you to go back. And so I did, and I got it. Yeah.
What's the biggest thrill now that you have the money coming in, the security? It's the second year, isn't it now?
Yeah, we're going into our third now.
It's fabulous.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's two big thrills. One is like with the money. My parents are both kind of English-Irish descent, but they've never been there. And so for Christmas, I was lucky enough that I was able to buy them a trip. So they're leaving on the 7th for 3 days in London and 7 days in Ireland, and then a day in London on the back end. So and that'll be for the 35th anniversary.
That's
so
great.
That's
Are you the only child?
No, I've got a brother and 3 sisters.
So are you the oldest?
I've got Stephen, whose birthday it was yesterday. Happy birthday, Stephen, and Kelly's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Kelly.
Are they twins, and your mother had a very long birth? Or...
No, our family's really spread out. I have a sister who's 30-something, and I have my brother Steve just turned 31 yesterday, and my sister Jackie, I think, is getting up there. She's like 28, 29, something like that. But I mean, getting towards 30, not getting up there. And then me, and then I have a little sister who's 20.
So you're the youngest boy. Isn't that nice to be able to give your family presents? And it's...
Well, it was nice, especially this. I think, they're all kind of have their own accomplishments and their own achievements, so it's not like you go home and you go, I can do this for you and I can do that, because they can do pretty well for themselves. But, yeah, it's a nice feeling to know that they don't have to worry about you,
What about in high school? Did you always want to be an actor?
Not really. I got into acting in the 10th grade.
Why is it you don't ask him about his sex life?
Because
that's the first thing you ask me. Why don't you ask me who you're sleeping? Why don't you ask him who are you sleeping with?
Who are you sleeping with? He didn't write a book. What? He didn't write a book. He hasn't said to America, find out about me. This is a very private boy.
I've read things about in the National Enquirer about him.
One little mistake he made that I happen to read. That you had a girl pregnant. I read that in the Enquirer, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
No, it couldn't have been me.
Yes.
I'm not one of those guys who gets nervous around Father's Day. It was a People magazine. It was a People magazine?
That you had a girl that was enceinte.
Well, I don't know. I don't. Not that I know of.
Bring it up? I would not have brought it up except for Shelley. I wasn't going to mention it.
Chicken.
I wasn't going to mention it, Shelley. Did you keep the child? I wasn't going to mention it. Is it true? Because it wasn't in the magazine.
No, it really isn't true.
Yes, so how come it was in the magazine?
I didn't read the magazine.
I'll get your copy.
I'd appreciate that. No, that's not true.
Do you have girls coming up to you and saying, take a look, here's Mikey Jr.?
No, like I say, I have friends who get nervous around Father's Day, and hide from the mailman and stuff so no cards come. But, no, I don't really get too concerned about that.
Thank goodness. See, I wasn't going to ask you, it's Shelley. I was going to go right back to school.
But you did.
Because she brought it up, Michael.
So I tell you how to handle it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you how to handle it.
You want to switch seats?
No. And I won't tell you how to handle it. Just say you've had a vasectomy. But it's true or not. Just say that. Nobody.
There's got to be another option.
Nobody will sue you for.
Don't you dare. You're much too nice. Don't listen to her. Don't you dare say that. You're a very decent... Listen to me, Michael. You're a very decent boy, Michael. Don't you listen to her. She slept with everybody. She'll give you bad advice. We'll be right back. To have you, Michael. I hope you come back with or without the baby from Family Ties. Earl Brownback. Motherhood, the second oldest profession. Always a pleasure to have you. Tomorrow night it's going to be a great show. We're going to have Be Still My Heart, Engelbert Humperdinck, Harry Mandel, and from Cohen the Barbarian, who is a guy that lives in Beverly Hills, Sarah Douglas. So please stay tuned tomorrow night. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Joan Rivers' wardrobe furnished by Bob Mackey. Next on Late Night with David Letterman, meet Grace Jones and comedian Harry Anderson. Be there.